director and producer of Marmorera, who got the award on your wonderful festival. And I'm working since 30 years as a director and as a producer. And Marmorera is a film about a fairy tale in Switzerland, which is very important in our culture because we have a lot of mystery fairy tales in our history and our stories. And so I got to find a very nice story about a woman who came out from a lake which was changed for an electricity project. And it's a very modern story, but I used to work in a genre way of film. I made a genre film. It was the first genre film in Switzerland anyway. It's a ghost story, and it's a love story between a psychiatrist and a woman who comes from nowhere. And it was very successful here in Switzerland, and we had a lot of fun to make this film because normally we do not make films like this here in our country. Yeah, they flew this place in the mountains, in the Swiss mountains, where it was a little village, farmer village, and they flooded the whole area. And then a woman came back to make revenge because of this situation. And what was very interesting that this area is made to make electricity for Zurich, for the big city Zurich, to make the electricity to go there. And she comes with the electricity to Zurich and find this psychiatrist who is in some way from the same family, came from the same family, and this psychiatrist get mad because it's very interesting if you have a guy like this who gets mad, because normally he has to cure people who are mad, and he himself got mad. So that was very funny. The film was he went all over the world. He was on many festivals, genre festivals at least. It was not a mainstream movie. He was it was not a big success like a popcorn movie, you know. That's just because it was too special. And I always made the films that I like to do, how they are. And I was very happy when in Malaga, when they found that this film gets an award like this award. I was very proud of it, because I make the films like I make to do it, and I'm not listening to anybody how to make it. I make it like I have to do it, and if I get such a nice award, it's for me a good situation that I'm on the right way. I came. I met a lot of filmmakers there from all over the world. It was very interesting. They were very kind. That they introduced me with all the filmmakers from everywhere, from Norwegian, from US, from everywhere, and from South Korea was a guy I remember. I'm still in contact with him. It's a long time ago, but it's always a nice experience, and it's very interesting because in Spain or in the southern countries, this film is they like it very much. It's something. All my films are as more as southern I go, as more they like it. I don't know why. As more as northern I go, they're critical. Well, the reaction was fantastic. I got a lot of real good critics. In cinema, the film was not that big, but it's very hard to get a lot of audience for a film today like this in Switzerland. Anyway, but it was a success, and I could sell it for streaming and everything, and it was, for me, it was a success because it was a story I really liked. It came from me. The story came from me. It was a story has something to do with me and my biography, and so I'm happy. Marmorera is very important for me, or for the people, that they go into an experience world of a man who meets a woman from a lake who is not from this world. And if you go in this kind of dream, you will not regret to have a good experience to see the film.